We came, we looked, we saw. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're on our way home now. I have a few comments about the Marriott, and I'll talk to you guys about that when we get back home and we're not in the car. But it really was a lovely trip. Unfortunately, I got sick today, so I'm a little bit under the weather, but still just like really grateful and really happy that we did this. So I'll see you in a few minutes. It's going to feel like that to you anyways, but once I get home, and we'll talk a little bit more about the trip, okay? Bye. Well, hey there. Well, hi there. Well, ho there, Travel Start. It's Liz here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We know that you can spend your time absolutely anywhere in travel, and that you do it with us just makes my heart happy. So thank you guys so much for that. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming part of the Travel Start family. We're looking to build a community of like-minded, kind fellow world travelers, people who want to get out and see this big blue marble that we call home. If that's you, or you know someone like that, then the kindest gift that you can give me is the gift of a referral. I am forever grateful for that. This video is actually about COVID. I'm going to give you a backstory, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how the Marriott in Monterey, and we used budget rent-a-car for this trip, how their COVID compliance and cleaning worked for our particular trip. Okay, you guys ready? Let's do this. So the backstory is that my husband previously had pneumonia. And once you've had pneumonia once, you're more susceptible to illnesses that affect the lungs. So he's been very, very stringent about any possibility of getting COVID. You know, everything, he wants to wipe everything down and spray everything with antibacterial stuff. And he's got Clorox wipes at the ready, you know. I got wipes. What do you need? You know, and gloves everywhere. Like, he's on it. Now, I also live with a chronic health condition, and either of us getting COVID would not, it wouldn't be good for anyone, but they're saying that people that have previous health conditions many times end up much sicker. So yeah, so we're definitely a little like, we got to be really careful. Also, we're saying is that many times when I plan something and I ask my husband to come, he's kind of like, you know, he's a homebody. He likes to be at home. And I kind of was preparing myself for him to like not be open right now. So originally when I planned the trip, I asked my daughter and her fiance if they wanted to come with us, but the Marriott, the room, the rate for me was for a king-size bed only, and we were going to need 2 queens, or we would have a king-size bed and then they would bring like a trundle or pull-out or whatever into the room. And I didn't think it would be fair to ask my daughter to sleep in the bed with me and her fiance to sleep on the, you know, the rollaway bed or whatever, or they get the bed and I end up on the rollaway. Either way, all of that was bad. So once we realized that we weren't going to be able to get a room with 2 queens, I then asked my husband if he wanted to come, if he could get time off. So he asked, they gave him the time off. Yay! But in the back of my mind, I was like, well, I'm waiting for him to start, you know, making his little comments, start saying his little things, and then on trip day, I'd be like, forget it! I didn't want to go anymore, you know. But I was wrong. He didn't do any of that. And that is important because a lot of us speak this negativity into our lives, and then we wonder why things don't always turn out the way that we want them to. And not that anyone ever gets away from having, you know, certain things happen in their life, but some of this stuff, I think, I'll speak for me, I didn't realize how I was expecting this thing to not go the way that I wanted it. So anyhow, that was my mistake, and I owe my husband an apology for that. So okay, so we went to the rental car, and of course I was, you know, I had some trepidation about it, and we went to the company, and they have these big like acrylic shields up so you can't breathe on them. Everyone has masks on and gloves. So we went through the process of the car. A lot of the stuff for the car can be done from budget.com. Like, it's simple, right? And so when you get in there, they check your ID, they swipe your card, and then they grab your keys and they try to get you out there as soon as possible. And there is social distancing inside of the building, okay? So there we go. The cars have to be cleaned, sanitized, sprayed down, everything else, before they can give you a car. And let me just tell you, so I have a mask, obviously, that I wear. And when I was inside the building, I came out to the car and took my mask off and drove around the corner to where I live, not too far from the budget spot. And so I parked and went inside the house. And when I came back out to grab something, I was like, I can almost kind of taste the cleaning, like a little aerosol was still in the car. I asked my husband, I said, did you spray the car already? He was like, no, I didn't. I'm like, yeah, they've been in here scrub-a-dub-dubbing. They got to make sure everything, they got to steam and clean and use certain cleaners and all that stuff. And there is a tag on the windshield of the car that says that it's already been cleaned for COVID precautions. Okay, so if you guys are renting a car, have no fear, because they are doing everything that they're supposed to do to make sure the cars are clean, sanitized, and then you're not contracting COVID from their cars. Okay? So, now, I can't tell you that's the same for every single company, but I can at least speak to budgets, cleanliness at the location where I live, which is in Elk Grove, California. Okay, so I was like one down, and we got to get to the hotel. I have suggested in other videos, you guys know this, that I don't believe that cloth luggage is the best way to go. If it doesn't have a shiny surface on it that can be easily wiped down, and this is before COVID, if it doesn't have a shiny surface that can be easily wiped down, then I personally don't think that you should grab it, because, hepatitis can live on a surface for 3 weeks. Like, there are things you can pick up. So we do have luggage that's easily wiped down. Okay, so there's that. The next thing is that when you pull in, it's about a 3-hour drive from where I live to Monterey. So when we got to the hotel, the mailman has gloves on, has masks and gloves, and that was really, really great. They took our luggage and put it on the carts, and when they got upstairs, if they touched the bag and put it on the floor, then they put hand sanitizer on again, like if they touched the cart or something. So, it was like, pick up a bag, put it down, touch the cart, oh, hand sanitizer, pick up a bag, put it in, touch the cart, oh, so that part was done, and they were completely masked up. Okay, so that you know. Now, I want to talk to you about the Bonvoy app by Marriott, a little bit under the auspices of COVID. So Marriott has their kind of frequent flyer program, their point system. So you stay at the Marriott X amount of times, and you can, you'll have like a gold membership and a platinum membership and a diamond membership and so on and so forth, right? Depending on the amount of stays you've had throughout 1 year. So the Bonvoy app, you can check in, I think it's 48 hours before your stay at the Marriott. You can check in through the app. You can let them know what time you're expected at the hotel. So if it's 12 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so they'll know, and you can make those arrangements in advance. Check-in is actually at 4 p.m., but they will do their best to work with your time frame. Okay, so there's that. Also, once you've checked in on the day that you're supposed to be, you will get a message that says your room is ready through the app, and it'll give you a room number, and you can do this keyless entry into the room. So basically you tap the little thing on the phone, you put it up next to the handle on the door, the light turns green, and you walk into the room. Well, for us that didn't work, and I'm going to talk to you about my experience at Marriott on another video, and if it's already up, then you should have a link somewhere up here. Okay, so you can do a contactless, mostly contactless check-in at the hotel. They still do have to check ID and some of those other things, but the app makes your life a lot easier. Okay, so you can do the app. That part is done. Everything is cleaned and sanitized and wiped down. That part is also good. Everyone's wearing masks. Good. They have the little acrylic thing at check-in. Also good. Now, once you get into the room, they took the single-use products out of the room. So the only things that we had was the coffee maker, and they had like coffee packets that were single-use packets or tea packets and sugar and things like that that's put into the room before you come in so that no one else got a chance to like rifle through it. Okay, and then your towels. So, and then of course if you have a refrigerator or something like that, but otherwise, like, you know how you usually have like your cups and things, those were not in the room. The ice bucket was in the room with the little plastic container. That's one of the things I missed. But otherwise, they took a lot of stuff out for COVID. So, so that part got done. Hallelujah. We got into the room. Bags were in. Bailman sanitized. Everything was good. Good. They do wipe down your luggage, though, when you're up in the room once they've taken it off the cart. Just so you know, to be aware. Don't be surprised if that happens. Another reason I don't really care for cloth. But COVID just made that more, like, predominant, right? So now, when you check out of your room, you also check out through the app. Okay, and we'll talk about the Bonvoy experience later. We'll talk about that later, but it's a very cool little app. I was worried that my husband was going to be stressed out and worried about going to the hotel because of COVID. But once he saw that they were cleaning everything and sanitizing their hands constantly and all that stuff, it was just smooth sailing. It was beautiful. So that is it. That's what I've got for you on this video about our experience with budget and Marriott during this COVID time frame that we're in, during this pandemic. I hope that it helps. If you were considering traveling now locally within the United States or even outside of the United States, TravelStart has you covered. So if you need help or you just want to reach out and see pricing, feel free to contact us. Easiest way to contact us is actually on Facebook, but you know, all of our information is down below the videos here. So so that's it. So thank you guys so much, and let's see, next video is going to be, let's talk about the experience at the Marriott next. It's probably the easiest. So if you're interested in our experience at the Marriott in Monterey, click on the next video, and we will see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye guys. Bye.